I'm a 3D artist, and I'm basically on a mission to fix the world's most boring logos. I've redesigned a lot of icons already. Game icons, Windows icons, icons that you suggested. But in this video, I'm focusing specifically on the social media apps: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. But it was not gonna be easy. I started by designing basic 3D versions using the existing logos as reference images, but later in the video, let's just say they're gonna get a lot more crazy. First, I modeled the shape of the app background. It's beveled on the side, so it displays that 3D effect more prominently. Next, I started making the shape of the YouTube play button using the help of a reference image. That's pretty easy considering it's pretty much an oval and a triangle, but the biggest part was making sure the lighting and shading looked really good. I'm going to copy this lighting setup for pretty much every icon in this video, so it's important that it's done right. Next, I added the colors and materials. The colors are super easy because they can be yoinked directly from the original image, or you could choose a custom one if you want. And for materials, the cool thing about 3D is that I can choose whether it's rough or shiny. I think rough looks slightly better for this one, but it can definitely go either way. Next, I did the base model for Instagram. The modeling part was really easy because it's all basic shapes, just like the YouTube logo. The hardest part for this one was the colors, which involved layering a couple different gradients, a little vector transformation, and we get something like this. It's not perfect, but I think it looks really good. I mean, I did put more effort into it than my actual Instagram, so I would kind of hope so. And real quickly, while these time lapses are running, this video is sponsored by Morning Brew, which I'm just going to talk about them later, but all you need to know is that they have a completely free newsletter that keeps you up to speed on finance, technology, things like that. It takes less than 15 seconds to sign up, and speaking of social media, is probably a better way to start your morning than scrolling Instagram. So the Snapchat logo is more complicated than the other ones, which means I'm probably going to have to trace it. I don't know if you don't know this, but I don't exactly have the best history with tracing things. I am an idiot. I have been tracing for 3 hours now. Yeah. Thankfully, someone let me know in the comments that Adobe Illustrator can just trace things for you, and it literally takes 2 clicks. And well, that would have saved me about 10 hours had I known this a while back, but we live and we learn, and maybe next time we won't make MrBeast's play button about 5 million subscribers too late. I guess at least we beat YouTube, who isn't making them anymore. Anyways, the Twitter icon is honestly even easier. Trace it in Illustrator, import it to Blender, extrude, bevel, colors, you know the drill. Now for the TikTok icon. So the thing about the TikTok logo is that it's actually very simple to do. Hey, that reminds me of something else that's very simple to do. Please. So here's all the 3D icons so far. I definitely think the 3D shading helps them look a bit more interesting. The lighting and shading is beautiful, but we still have the weirdest ones left to go. So this is the part of the video where I really went off the deep end. These designs are about to get a lot more interesting and a lot more time consuming, but ironically probably more productive than actually just using these apps, which is what my mornings usually look like. At least until I signed up for Morning Brew, which super quickly, as I said, is a completely free daily newsletter about finance, tech, and business. 5 minutes a day gets you up to speed. Like today, I learned that hackers responsible for the American gas shortage did an apology on their website saying they just want money and not problems for society. So click the link in the description to sign up completely for free. It's a great way to start your morning. Let's get back to making icons. For YouTube, I decided to make several custom designs based on individual YouTubers because that's really what makes YouTube what it is. For the PewDiePie icon, I took his signature wave pattern and made it using some node spaghetti, nothing too serious. I decided it looks better rough rather than shiny, but there could probably be a separate version with the glossiness if you want. MrBeast also deserves an icon, I think. He's done a lot for the community and also for my YouTube channel, but I really want it to be based on his channel, so we have to find some sort of pattern to use.
I just bought this entire hospital.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make it blue and pink. I'll be mainly working off the colors of his logo and the thick outline effect. After some adjustments, it looks pretty good. Dream's logo is pretty much in the same boat, and his icon is actually going to be pretty similar, and by pretty similar, I mean I literally just changed the color to green. I also made one for my channel based on the superior neon sign effect in my logo, but it wasn't as easy as I remembered. The hardest part for this one is actually the glass tubes. As soon as I made them, I realized it was probably a mistake. But eventually I made it work, and after that I added a computer chip texture to the background, made it pink, and called it good. Next, I'm going to redesign the apps you see here, but first, here's all the YouTube icons. I think there's some good ones in here, and if you want me to do one for another YouTuber, just let me know in the comments. What makes YouTube good is the individual creators, so making the logos like this really represents what the platform is all about. So for Twitter, I'm actually just going to delete the bird, put some fire, and maybe that one picture of Travis Scott. And yeah, that's pretty accurate. For the Snapchat icon, I decided to make a new ghost for the logo. It used to be more obvious this was a ghost, but you know. I decided to put some actual effort in this time, so I tried learning how to draw in Illustrator using the pen tool. Unfortunately, the pen tool is really difficult. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna stick to this stuff, but I was pretty determined to make it work, and eventually I ended up with this. And I can already hear the comments going, oh my gosh, you're not doing it. Shut up, this is adorable. All that's left is to make it in 3D. Here's the result from that, and I'm pretty proud of it. For the Instagram redesign, I wanted to make it a little crazier than the others, and somehow I wanted to put a galaxy inside the background of this app. I found this nebula generator on the Blender Market, which looks like a great way for making nebulas in Blender. NANI? They expect me to pay $15? 15 smacker? Yes, I've learned my lesson from last time, and I'm happy to support my fellow creators. So I experimented with this nebula generator from the Blender Market, which can easily generate volumetric space stuff. You can customize the types of clouds, the star density, the colors, and about a million other things. I made one with pretty cool colors and reprojected it onto the Instagram background, and after messing with the materials a bit more, this is what I came up with. So here's all the logos I made in this video. I'm definitely going to use some of these. Let me know which one's your favorite and which logos I should redesign next. Here's the next video. I hope you watch it. A big thanks again to Morning Brew for sponsoring this video. The link to sign up for their newsletter is in the description, completely free to sign up and change your mornings for the better. Super easy, and there's really no reason not to if you're interested in technology or finance. I don't personally watch traditional news that often. I usually don't really have the time, and it can be pretty boring and stressful, but Morning Brew is not like traditional news. I personally read it each morning, and it's a lot quicker, more entertaining, and a lot more relevant for people like me, I'd say. Thanks again, and have a great week.